Hey, welcome to the Bag Chatter Podcast. I am your host, Brian, joined, as always, by my co-host, a man who has still yet to make a documentary. Adam, how you doing today?
Again, listen, every great person is standing on the shoulders of encouraging friends. That's what I always say.
I had a really encouraging intro set up, and then you ghosted me, and I've been waiting for
Yeah,
15 minutes, so I pivoted. Pivoted to meanness.
I suggested 8:30, and I was literally like cooking some dinner at 8:43 when I got your text. So late dinner. I just would never have shown up. I just would have it would have fallen from my brain completely. And here we are. But I'm prepared. I want you to know that I come prepared nonetheless.
Prepared and hungry, apparently.
I'm starving. Famished. I feel faintish.
All right. Well, if Adam's performance is off, it's because he is hungry, but maybe that'll get us out of here in under an hour. Speaking of documentaries, by the way, I watched one last night that I didn't even know existed until I was scrolling around a little bit. It's called Glitch. It is about the rise and fall of HQ trivia. Do you remember
Oh yeah,
HQ trivia
of course.
from
I
like
was
five,
I was
6 years ago?
super into it. So I'm a trivia nerd, So this that was right in my wheelhouse, and I miss it. I still miss it to this
Yeah.
day.
Well, you would. This documentary then is right up your alley. It's
Mhm.
on Max, which used to be HBO Max. It's called Glitch, and it's fantastic. So there you go. There's something to watch.
Why does HBO keep changing the name of their app? And why did they decide? So HBO is like a verifiable entity. It's a staple of society. And they're
Hmm.
like, you know what we need to get rid of? The words HBO, the letters HBO. I'm like, why? No, Max. Max is what it is. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it is kind of confusing. I almost know enough to be dangerous on this topic, but I don't. I'm just going to sound like an idiot. But I have listened to enough episodes of The Watch featuring Chris Ryan and
Hmm.
Andy, what's his face, and Andy Greenwald. And they've had Casey Boys on there, who was like the director of programming or president of HBO or something.
Hmm.
They've asked him similar questions. I know it all has to do with like companies being acquired and whether or not HBO wants to stand apart from HBO Max. And again, I'm rambling and saying nothing, and you're right. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the July mailbag, and got a few questions here
Okay.
from some listeners. First
All
question,
real listeners.
yeah, first question comes from London Cheru,
True.
who Cheru, Cheroo. I, Lon-
Dangerously close to churro.
London's uh, mom, I believe, was Chimney. Cheru.
You're a real fox back in the day.
London asks, Brian, can you spend 30 minutes expounding on the stay in the raindrop idea you mentioned in your last podcast?
Hey, I gotta go make dinner. Hey, guys, I'm starving. I'm leaving.
Okay. The answer, London, is no. I cannot spend 30 minutes. What I can do is spend 2 minutes reading these two paragraphs for you.
2 paragraphs? Oh boy.
They're very short paragraphs, okay? I wanted to explain this a little better because I think this is cool. I think this is important. Okay. So, and also I wanted to actually properly get the book in there since I didn't get it last time. It's Golf Beneath the Surface.
Are you getting paid and I didn't even tell me? What is happening?
He offered us
You have
$300.
a private sponsorship that's like exclusive to you?
He offered us $300. I didn't want to share it, so I'm keeping all the money. No, I feel like I did such a bad job in the last episode. I just want to sort of clarify so people like London don't think I'm an idiot. Okay, so here's what Raymond says about being on time versus off time. He says being off time means that we're focused on the past and or the future instead of the present. If you've ever dwelled on a mistake for an extended period of time or worried about playing a certain hole before you even get there, you know what it's like to be, quote, off time. Although we can think about moments in the past and future, we are by definition always physically in the present moment. So when we're off time, the best case scenario is that we're somewhat distracted from what we're doing in the present moment. Frustration, anger, and disappointment are behind us. Fear, worry, and anxiety are ahead of time in the future. On a neurological level, the farther off time we are psychologically, the higher the frequency and intensity of our brain waves, and the more disrupted our ability to execute our skills become. So this guy, if he knows what he's talking about, says that it actually like affects our ability to execute based off of the skills we have. So he finishes by saying, well, this is the whole idea of Michael Gervais, an author and expert in performance psychology, has an artistic way of describing how our emotions follow our focus when we're off time. He suggests thinking about the present like being inside of a raindrop. As your raindrop moves, you can be at the sides or be centered in it. Going to the sides is like focusing on the past and the future, which makes your raindrop unbalanced because you're not grounded in the present. Learning from our past and planning for the future are valuable at times, but when we're off time in the moments when we want or need to be on time, we become disconnected from our performance. So
That sounds like sound advice.
okay.
And also, if you're interested in learning more about Zen Buddhism, we have a pamphlet for you on the way out. And we have people who are waiting to talk to you, and just tell you what this process would be like.
Are you done? I am done too. I just wanted to get that out there.
You have 27 minutes left. You have 27 minutes left to go. No, I mean it's good. It's good advice. Being in the moment and being focused are definitely good things. I
Yeah,
agree.
I have continued to find that the idea, for some reason, that just makes sense to my brain. Like being in the raindrop, trying to get out of the raindrop, making it wobbly. Like, no, got to be here. Be here. Stay focused. That's where you're going to perform the best. So, anyway, for the few listeners that sounds interesting to, the book is Golf Beneath the Surface by Raymond Pryor.
Use code Brian, not Bag Chatter, just Brian.
Use code Byron, Byran.
That's right.
Also for your Titleist clubs. That's another side sponsor that I've not told you about yet. So
Side sponsor, Titleist.
okay, that's not true. Here we go. Question number 2. Rick Maldo. Rick Maldo, not to be confused with Nick Faldo, says the final round of the Open on Sunday featured scores from 66 all the way to 80 in some fairly miserable conditions at roughly 7,300 yards. If you guys, that would be us, had teed it up with them and played as a two-man scramble, do you think you could have broken 80?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Is this like always optimistic, Adam, or is this like actually thoughtful?
No, I just think that a scramble. So I think I mean, if I'm being honest with you, so maybe I'm stupid. I've never played links golf. Okay, I've never
Okay.
played links golf, so that's sort of like an outlier. Like, is this just going to be way harder than I think? But I think you and I so we are a 2 and a 4 handicap.
Mm-hmm.
I think if we played better ball, we could break 80. I think. So I think that we could. These like I don't think we're making no pars. You know,
7,300 yards. I mean, that's different than what we typically play. We've
yeah,
done it before,
well,
but
maybe not a better ball, but in a scramble, yeah, yeah. I mean, we're using a lot of my drives. I'll tell you that. But, but it's good. No, I think we could get around the course with. Yeah, yeah, I think so.
okay.
Maybe I'm an idiot. I understand that there's a possibility that I'm an idiot on this one, but I feel like in a scramble format, yes, I don't think we'd just be making, bogeys and double bogeys.
Yeah, I feel like the scramble format. It's like greater than the sum of its parts kind of thing, where like the second putt literally sees the line of the first, and the first drive is in trouble, so we'll make sure the second one isn't as best as we can. Like you do have some strategic things like that. I was thinking, I went back and forth on this. I thought if we had 4 days to do it, or 2 days to do it, where we could see the course at least once, then I feel like we could. But yeah, I think I landed on yes, but like you, I'm wondering, am I being an idiot when I say that?
See, I think, and again, call me cocky or something. I'm not. I don't think it's cocky. I'm a two handicap. I think if I went and played Royal Liverpool, I think I'd shoot. I think I'd break 90. But probably. I don't know that I would, but I think. I feel like I'd shoot in the 80s by myself.
Yeah, I don't know.
I, I don't know though. I don't know either.
Yeah, it's. I mean, there's certainly some huge numbers lurking out there
Hmm.
with pop bunkers, with a little bit of
Yeah.
OB at Liverpool. Yeah, that's interesting. If the over under was 89.5 for you at Liverpool, I'd probably take the over. Again,
Fine.
me not being encouraging, but
This is why I'll never succeed at anything.
if you count on other people for your own success, then yes, you will not succeed at anything, Adam. And that's the
This
next
is the
chapter in the
raindrop I've
book.
been given. It's like a raindrop with discouraging friends I can't get rid of because this is because we're stuck in here.
Okay, question number 3 from Ian Quaker Pinch. He says,
Quake.
have you guys been playing from the blues in prep for this weekend's club championship?
Hmm.
And if so, how's it going?
Um, so we
We
played the Blues together
Yep.
last week. Um, we I don't think there's anything to break down about that round.
No.
We both shot 77. Neither of us played very well.
Yeah.
Um, so like that tied for my worst round at Honeybrook this year, I believe. I've shot a couple 77s, I believe.
Yeah. I've been in the 80s a couple times, especially that was from the blues. So,
Hmm.
it was a mediocre round for me, but I would not
Can
say
I?
it was like in the trash heap.
Right. Yes. Yeah. So we both shot 77 that day, and but then I played again. Um, Played Sunday afternoon
Hmm.
with some friends, and we
I
played.
also played Sunday
Yeah, you played
afternoon,
right behind me. You played
but
right behind.
not with you because I'm not one of your friends, I guess.
How did you play?
Sad because I was not in your group because
I
I
got an invite. I accepted the invite. I'm sorry, Brian. They're very encouraging as a whole, all of them.
you guys sounded like you were having a good time. I was in the group behind you. I wanted to yell like, "Hey, stop having so much fun!"
No, we had
multiple
a great
times.
time. We had a great time. But that's not what's important here, Brian. I'm just gonna tell you, we've got an update in the Adams 60s versus 90s goal
Okay.
from our round on Sunday. So I shot 77, so that flirted with the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Mike sent you the dramatic scorecard rating music, right? You gotta,
He still hasn't sent it yet.
oh, unbelievable.
I gotta.
Unbelievable. Get on him. I gotta read you a dramatic scorecard.
Okay. All right. I'm ready for this. This is now you like you said you were playing from the whites, not the blues, because
Playing from the
for the
whites.
company you had. Okay.
Yep. So it made sense.
Hey, the whites are really hard. As somebody who just shot his personal best from the whites, I'm gonna say almost as hard as the blues, really, if we're
Very
being honest.
difficult. Very difficult. All right, Brian.
Okay.
Hole one at Honeybrook. Hit a good drive. Made a par.
Okay.
Hole two. Hit another good drive. Hit a good approach shot. Just missed like a 20-foot birdie putt.
Hmm.
Par.
Okay.
Hole three. I hit a cutting 6-iron into the wind a little bit. Hit it to like 8 feet. Made the putt. We're 1 under through three.
Okay.
Hole four, the now open hole four.
Mm-hmm.
I was just short of the green in two.
Okay.
I chipped it to 3 inches.
Whoa.
Birdie. We're 2 under par.
Okay.
Hole five, fairway, green, two putt, par.
Okay.
Hole six, fairway, green, two putt. We're 2 under through six.
Solid.
Hole seven, fairway, green, two putt, par.
Okay.
Hole eight, green, Two putt, par.
Okay. Have you missed a green yet?
I have not missed a green yet.
Okay, that's good.
Hole 9, fairway, green, two putt, par.
Okay. Okay, so we are turning at 33.
33.
We are
Two under par, 33 on the front at the brook.
9 for 9 on greens.
Yes.
Um, and I mean, you got to be feeling like
I felt
something
like,
is happening here.
yeah, I felt not just the score, everything felt so good. The putting was good. The full swing was I didn't have anything close to a miss.
Yeah.
Everything was just what I wanted to do exactly. So I make the turn at two under par. Um, I hit a 7 iron into three. I hit it.
10, you mean?
I'm sorry, yep, into three. What am I talking about? I hit a 7 iron into 10. It's like 180 yards directly over the flag, but like 30 feet long. So kind of on the very
30
back.
feet long.
So it
Okay.
looked right
I
there.
I was leaving the course
Mm-hmm.
when you guys had hit your tee shots there.
Yep.
And as I was driving down, I saw you looking in your rangefinder, and there
Mm-hmm.
was a ball like maybe 10 feet past the pin, and
Yeah.
then there
No,
was one on the back of the green. I assumed yours was the one that was closer, but now I'm
that's
finding out it
very
wasn't.
encouraging of you. But no, mine, I thought I was looking through because it looked so good in the air, and I just hit my 7 iron further than I expected. And so it was on the very back of the green, 30-foot double breaker right in the heart.
What?
Bir- Birdie, we're three under par.
Did you get a read from somebody?
No, no, I'm just an incredible putter of the golf.
Okay. Wow.
Uh,
3 under through 10. Okay.
3 under through 10.
Remind me again, is this the lowest you've ever been, just ever? Like, have you ever gotten a 4 under before?
I've gotten to 4 under before
Okay.
and backed it up to 1 under. I've finished around at 3 under at Moccasin Run, so that's my best ever finish to par.
Okay.
So hole 11, fairway, green, two putt. It's a par.
Okay.
Uh, Hole 12, the pin was all the way back on that ledge that we hate, the ridge all the way in the back,
Back left?
back middle,
Back
I'd
middle?
say.
Okay.
Um, I hit the cart path twice with my with my drive, bounced way down there.
Yeah.
I hit like a 9 iron into that green, but I blocked it well to the right. So my first really bad swing of the day, I'm right of the cart path after hitting a 9 iron in. So I've got
Mm.
35, 40 yards up and down to try to get onto that back ridge. I knock it up. It gets onto the back ridge. I've got 10 feet for birdie.
Mm.
Just never in doubt. Center cut.
Ooh.
Absolutely center cut. 4 under through 12.
Okay. Okay. I'm tingling right now. I'm I don't know where this is going, and okay. Wow. Okay. Now, okay. I don't want any spoilers. I don't want to know anything, but I just need to put this on record right now. You are 4 under, and there is an episode of our podcast called "There's a 66 in My Body," which is directly from a quote that you said, I don't know when, a month or 2 or 3 ago.
Right.
And right now you are 4 under. Okay, 4
4 under.
under. You've got the par 3 13th, then you've got Amish Corner, then another par 3 and another par 4. This is insane.
All right, you're hole in one hole, number 13.
Mm-hmm.
I hit an 8 iron, and it went in the hole. No, that's not true. No, I was thinking about that weird 9 iron that I just hit, and I made my only truly horrible swing of the day.
Mm.
Boned it, just like hit the equator of the golf ball, and left myself short-sighted on the right side of that green. Tried to hit like a flop shot. It landed pin high, rolled all the way down and off the other side.
Mm.
I pitched it up to 15 feet from there. I ran the 15-footer 6 feet by and missed the 6 footer coming back,
No, no,
and made
no.
probably the only time in the history of that hole for me, I made a triple bogey. 15th hole.
What? All right, I'm trying to picture this. You gotta, you,
Back right, pins middle right, so it's right on that ridge.
yeah,
Pitch it back over, and then
all the
pitch it.
way off.
Almost made the chip coming back, but it ran 15 feet by. Like it almost hit the hole. And then I was trying to make the putt. I'm trying to like save this bogey.
Yeah.
I got too aggressive and it started just trickling down that hill. And then I missed the 6 footer
So
coming
you
back.
you three putted from like 15 feet.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. So what's the mindset walking off that green?
I mean, I'm dejected, but I am not like I did have the presence of mind to be like, I'm still 1 under through 13.
Right.
If I had signed up, if I had been offered this on the first tee, I would have taken it, obviously.
Yeah.
Then we're coming up on 14 from the whites. I
Mm-hmm.
hit a 3-wood right to the front of the green. Almost made the chip.
Mm.
Stopped like 8 inches away. Get a birdie on 14
Okay. All
to
right.
get back to 2 under.
Back to 2 under. I like it.
I went pretty conservative off 15 tee, being 2 under. I hit a 6-iron off the tee, put it in good position.
Okay.
Hit a hybrid up, knocked it on the green, just missed a birdie putt, made par.
Okay. It's a good par.
On 16, I hit another hybrid down there, pitched up to 20 feet probably, and I just missed the putt again, just barely missed it.
Mm.
Um,
Okay.
Another par.
Another par. So we're 2 under, two left.
On hole 17, I hit a 9-iron to 15 feet left of the hole, and I lifted out,
Mm.
tap in par.
Okay.
So I come to 18, 2 under par.
Have you ever shot 68 at Honeybrook before?
I'm not at Honeybrook, so I've
69, right?
shot 69, and I shot 69, which was again, so a par would not be my best score to par ever, but it would be my lowest number.
Okay.
So I come to 18. I hit a very good drive. I hit a 70-yard wedge to 18 feet.
Okay.
I hit the putt. It looks good the whole way. Comes up 3 inches short, right in the heart. So I walked up and I tapped it in for a par and shot 68
Wow.
at the brook. And
Mm.
I hit 17 greens.
Wow.
Hit 17 greens and tripled the one that I did not hit. So if I make a bogey on that hole, it's 6-6.
Mm-hmm.
So it was my only bogey of the day, and it was a triple. And
So,
a lot of mixed emotions here. A lot of mixed emotions with this one. I will say that because of like the handicap control, I'm not allowed to take a triple on my handicap, so it's in the handicap system as a 67.
right,
Because they gave me a double. They adjusted it to a double on 13.
right.
But boy,
Wow. Okay, so the name of the last episode could have been a 68. The name of this episode could have been a 66.
66. A par away. I was a par on 13 away from a 65.
Wow. That is impressive. Hitting that many greens sounds like your lag putting was on point all day. Putting in general was on point. That's wow. That's amazing. That's the result of playing a lot of good golf and not being able to put the round together, coupled with the iron fitting, coupled with all the reps you've been getting in the simulator at work at AutoZone.
Yep.
That is well done. Well done, sir.
Like I said, it's a lot of so I'm not at all upset. about a 68, but I just can't believe that I shot 68 with a triple bogey. That's something that I can't really fathom.
I mean, I can fathom it because I just shot 70 with a triple bogey. I shot my best round ever with a triple.
12 pars, 5 birdies, and a triple is just unreal. That's so stupid. But hey, I'm thrilled, and my goal of shooting in the 60s more than the 80s. It's now 1-0 60s.
Nice.
So I like that, and so that's a good thing. And it's coming to start club championship week,
Mm-hmm.
so
That's
the,
great.
the time is right. The time is right.
Honestly, I do not think you're going to shoot in the 80s this year. Another encouraging data point from me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Um, if it's going to happen, it would be at the club championship, only because it's from the Blues. Maybe it matters more. But again, I don't think that you're going to do it. So,
I hope not.
um, wow, 68.
I was happy with it. I was happy with it, and I did feel like it was. I think I can say, and not, and I even, again, I've shot 3 under par before. This was the best golf I've ever played in my life.
Mm,
It was just, I knew, I felt prepared. It didn't feel like a fluke. In fact, it felt to me for the first time ever when I shot a good score, I was like, oh, that could have been lower.
yeah,
Not just because of the triple bogey, but I just missed so many birdie putts. There were so many tap in pars where it was the first time. So every other time I've shot well, I've been like, I felt like I was holding on. You know
yeah,
what I mean? And this was the first time I got to 18 in a par or better round, and was like, I wish I had 4 more holes because I think I could get a couple more back.
yeah.
That's what it felt like. Not true, I'm sure, but at the
Right.
same time, that's how confident I was in the way I was swinging, that it actually felt like, oh man, if I could get it, I could get it back to 4 under par if I just had 4 more holes. But it was exciting. It was exciting. It was very validating for the work I've put in this year.
So you've put this in to your gin, I see,
Yes. Yes.
and the handicap is at 2.2.
2.2. So it dropped. So I had gotten all the way up to 2.9.
Okay.
And so they dropped it 7/10 of a point. Uh,
Okay.
and my confidence went soaring though.
Yeah.
I went to Golf Zone just to hit balls today. Kind of following that up. Best range session of my life. I'm not exaggerating. I feel like I'm just finding something right now. Oops, I'm whacking my microphone. I feel like I'm finding something right now, and it feels good. And I do have to say, the iron fitting
Mm-hmm.
may be a bigger deal than I even realized, as I'm just kind of grooving irons and just hitting them exactly where I want to, on the line I want to, over and over and over and over again,
Yeah.
and getting used to it and just hitting the sweet spot. I'm hitting the ball much further than I was before the iron fitting,
Yeah.
like a club to a club and a half further. I'm having to make adjustments. I even in this round yesterday, or not yesterday, Sunday, I yesterday is Sunday, isn't it? Um,
It is.
even in this round yesterday, I hit that 7 iron 30 yards or 30 feet past the pin.
Yeah.
I flew that 7 iron 190, and it's like I'm just not used to doing that. But in the simulator, on the top tracer, I'm doing that pretty consistently. So I am just over a club longer since the iron fitting, and
Mm.
I'm having to make those adjustments, but I'm just hitting it so much purer than I've ever hit irons in my life, and it's pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting about what it feels like it could be, as I continue to groove the new irons.
True or false? If I were to check your Google search history right now, I would find mini tours near me.
No. No. I am very excited about the club championship, though. I'm
As
like,
you should be.
I
As you should
feel,
be.
I, it's still, I am not, I am an underdog in this compared to a couple people specifically,
Mm-hmm.
but I do feel like, okay, I could go win this thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
not, it's unlikely, but it is. There's no reason not to think about it.
Mm. Listen, next week's episode is going to be fire because we're both going to have the club championship to talk about. It's going to be 2 rounds. I'm hoping they're both a lot of good low scores. That's what I'm hoping for. But yeah,
4 good scores between us.
mm. Yes, not 4 good holes, 4 good scores.
We're gonna need 4 good scores.
Um, you asked how I played on Sunday. I just played 9 holes. Not great. Um, I Yeah, it was okay until it wasn't. I only played 9 holes, and through 6, I was 1 over, so that was good. And then hit a bad long iron off the tee on 7 that put me behind a tree. So I scraped a bogey out, which was fine, and then chunked a long iron into the junk on 8. So
Mm.
um, then I really wanted to hurt somebody. I made double from
I
that.
did.
Hurt myself. And then after a good drive on 9, I was like, okay, just get it on the green, maybe make birdie. But if I two putt, I'll come in at 39, and proceeded to give it like 15 extra yards of juice for no reason.
Hmm.
Bounced on the green, rolled off the back, and the par putt just slid by. So I was a very disappointing 40 from the white tees on Sunday. But I did play today.
Okay.
I took Hudson out.
Yep.
This is not going to be a dramatic scorecard reading, but I took Hudson out today. He played from the whites. I played from the blues. And we had a ton of fun. I was +3 at the turn, so
Okay.
playing fairly well.
Yep.
Again, from the blues. Bogeyed 10 and 11 to get to +5. Parred 12, then birdied 13.
Okay.
A hole that you have
I would
some
have had
trouble with.
64 if I did that.
Yeah, I hit like a 20-foot uphill birdie putt. Definitely the longest putt I hit all day. That got me to, I guess, plus, what was I, 3, 4? So that got me to +4. Going to Amish Corner. I've got to face now this tee shot from the blues on 14.
Hmm.
I think we've tried to explain this to people before. It really is like, it changes the hole, not just from like a 280-yard hole to like a, I don't know, 315. I'm not even sure what it is on the card. It's not the length, it's just the angle changes. The overhanging tree on the left suddenly is in play. Um,
Just a very intimidating tee shot.
yeah,
It requires precision and some distance, and you have to carry it, what, 200 from back there to get to anything.
yeah. There
So,
is a force carry. I mean, can you hit from the blue tees? Can you hit a cut? Or if so,
yeah,
with what club?
you could. It would just be you're just flirting with everything. So to hit a cut, you got to start it a little left, and there's these overhanging trees left, so
Mm-hmm.
it could clip those. And if it overcuts even slightly, you're in the creek, and so
Yep.
it's really just sort of like I think like so. I'm going to be hitting hybrid both times this weekend,
Yep.
and I'm going to be trying to draw the ball, but at the same time, if you take the right line, start it on the right line, and it cuts 5 yards, you're not dead.
Yeah.
But it's a very if you work the draw, it opens up, and so as it moves left, the more room you're going to have. But it with a cut, it's got to be perfect.
Yeah. And that's the problem. I primarily, I mean, I exclusively basically play a cut at this point. And today I was like, I'm going to take 5 wood off the tee because and I'm going to try to hit it a draw, a straight or a draw. But if I do put a little bit of a fade on it, um, where those right trees come out, if you get all the way to the end there, that's like 250, I think.
Yeah.
So my 5 wood's not going to reach. So even if I do accidentally cut this, if it's not terribly cut, then it's going to be okay. Well, anyway, That's not what happened today. I tried to hit a draw and I didn't. I hit just basically my stock 5 wood shot and it had a fade on it, and I didn't start it left enough because I was worried about the overhanging trees, and it went in the creek.
Hmm.
So that was unfortunate. I didn't care so much about my score today. It's just like I wanted to get one good one there under my belt, and haven't done that. So I still on my checklist for this week is figure out how to hit a draw on that hole or just in general. I made double, and then because of that, go to 15. I pull the 5 wood, and this time I do hit a hook,
Hmm.
uh, borderline duck hook. Instantly, not it wasn't a duck hook, but it was pretty sure it was dead off the tee left, which on the left on that hole there are red stakes. So now I'm now I'm all up in it. I'm just
Right.
like, okay, double 14. Now I'm gonna have to fight to make a double here. I end up getting up there, and somehow there's like an outcropping, and my ball is not fine, but it's up.
Yep.
Um, so I get enough club to get on the back of it. I advance it like 80 yards, hit a really good 3 wood, but I'm still short of the green. Pitch one up to like 8 feet and make the putt to save par.
Wow.
So that was nice. I mean, I thought off the tee, I thought I should have been dead.
Right.
Go to 16 and hit one almost to the cart path on 15. That's
Hmm.
how left I was. It
Oh wow.
was, yeah, it
Yeah.
was another just terrible, where did that come from swing.
Yeah.
My ball's over in 15 fairway. I've
Yep.
got 105 to the pin, a little bit of help wind, hit it to 3 feet.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Why
So,
not?
so two incredibly terrible tee shots, and I play those 2 holes in one under. I hit the birdie putt,
That'll
play it in
work.
one under. Um, and yeah, par 17, par 18. So I shot 75 from the blues today,
Great.
which I
That,
feel great about.
yeah. Absolutely. That's a no. That's an encouraging round. I'd say from that's going to put you where you want to be in the club championship. If you can
Yeah.
do that on Saturday, you'll go in, and you'll be in the final three, four groups probably with a 75.
Now it should have been an 81 probably. Should have been a 79,
No,
but
you hit
whatever.
75 golf shots, Brian. That's so it should be a 75.
This is true. Also want to shout out Hudson. He's trying to break 100. He's
Hmm.
trying to do it from the whites, and he's got some growing to do. He's a strong little guy, but he's a little guy, and
Right.
he like today number 12, the par 5 was playing into the wind, and I'm just
Hmm.
like, gosh, I don't. If he can get there in 4 shots, that's going to be. He can hit his driver like 200 if he flushes it.
Yep.
Irons, he has trouble hitting more than 150. Anyway, um, he did a great job today. I gave him a little putting coaching on the putting green because his last time putting was apparently really bad. He took
Hmm.
a 9 on hole 2, and I was like, okay, come on, we got to stay focused. Got to stay focused.
Yeah.
Ended
No.
up, yeah, got to stay in the raindrop. We fought through it. He hit a long putt for bogey on 9 that gave us a little momentum. Turned it at 53 and took an 8 on hole 11. And again, he was ready to. He probably could have beat the crap out of me. He had so much anger in him if he wanted to. But I said no. Let's stay with Uncle B. Stay in the raindrop here.
Yep.
And man, he hit a ton of good golf shots today. He played the last 5 holes in 2 over par.
Wow. Way
Yeah,
to go, Hudson.
he sank like a 20 footer for par on 17. I didn't think at some point I thought breaking 100 wasn't even in play, but he knew coming off Amish corner that he needed to finish par to shoot 99. And on 17, he hits like a 20-foot putt for par.
Wow.
18 hits a great drive, catches his iron a little fat on his approach shot, leaves it maybe like 15 yards short of the green, pitches it up a little long to like 20, 25 feet, and he left the par putt about 2 feet short, but
Mm.
tapped it in for 100. It was his best score ever.
It's a
So
great finish too. Way to close hard.
yeah,
Good stuff.
so It was good. So look, all of us are shooting some of our best rounds despite putting up some big numbers, but
Yeah.
we're staying in the range up. Okay. Um Man, I'm still processing your 68. That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
it was fun. I liked it. I should do that more often.
I was a fan. Um okay. I got one more question and then we're going to get out of
Okay.
here.
Okay.
And we'll let you go eat. Okay. Uh Dashy salt. I'm gonna let
Hmm.
that one sit for a minute until you get it. Get the joke there.
I got it. It's pretty good.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it wasn't a real thinker, I wouldn't say, but it's a pretty one-layered joke.
No, it's a play off of Dottie Pepper. Dashy salt.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just like a dash of salt.
No,
A dash of salt.
Adam, my
Okay,
jokes are never one layer. Come on.
dashy. Okay, I am really sorry that I'm a one-layered thinker. Clearly.
Dashy asks, if I told you that you had to break 80 and you could choose from two courses that both measured 7,000 yards, but one of them was made up of 18 par fours and the other had six par threes, six par fours, and six par fives, which one you choose? Again, knowing nothing else about the courses other than those facts. Or would it even matter?
Got to break 80. I want six par fives for sure. I can
Okay.
par. I feel like so assuming they're normal golf holes, right?
Yeah.
Um, I feel like, my scoring average on par threes and par fours outside of my past round are probably about even, you know, marginally above par on
Mm-hmm.
the average. And but my scoring average, on par fives is probably slightly under par. And so it's like, okay, I can make pars on par threes and par fours. Par fives are where I get shots back. In theory,
Mm-hmm.
when I play well, that's where I get shots back. So I want as many. If I could, I'd have them all be par fives if I could.
Well,
So so,
yeah,
so
but
I want as many of them as I can get. Is what I'm saying.
in getting some par fives, though, then you're going to be getting probably some par threes that are playing 200 to 220
Yeah,
in a 7,000 yard course.
yeah. I
So
mean,
it's basically, it's almost maybe, I don't know if this is the right way to think about it, but it's almost like saying, do you want 18 approach shots of 110 yards, or do you want four at 220 and four at like 30? Par fives that you're almost reaching kind of a thing.
yeah. I don't think though that like at a 7,000 yard course, it's not like I'm hitting it to 110 yards all the time. I'm gonna have mid irons and at a 7,000 yard course, I'm gonna have mid irons into par fours as well.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not. Um, yeah, I still want the par fives and the opportunities to get up and down from 30 yards for birdie, and make as many pars as I can on all the other holes. Obviously,
To get the correct answer, we're now going to bring in Lou Stagner. Lou, come on in.
he's just like, and actually, you suck. At golf. You suck at golf. Just so you guys know, if you chunk one, you're not even allowed to be upset. You're not even allowed. That's within your dispersion.
You get so mad when Lou tries to get you to lower your expectations. You don't like
No,
that.
I don't. No, I don't. I do think it's funny that I like him. I like
Hmm.
his personality on Twitter, but at the same time, I do think it's funny how every single tweet is just like, "Hey, what would you expect to do on this? You'd do worse than you would do worse than you think.
And you will like it.
You will accept it."
All
But
right. So,
I know
so
he's right. The data's correct. I'm not one of the people on there arguing with data.
right. He has like millions and millions of shots at his disposal
Yes.
from Arcos. I had a guy this weekend. He was actually pretty fun to play with that 9 holes on Sunday. He was like, "Hey, do you know anything about this Acros?" And I had to be like, "Well, actually, it's Arcos."
Yeah.
How's that guy?
Acros. Acros.
Akros. He was close. All right, so listeners, if you want to chime in, here are the things that you can let us know where we're wrong about. Um, do you think we could have broken 80 on Sunday at Royal. We're mutters, by the way, so you
Oh,
got to take
absolutely.
that into consideration.
Yeah. Was it Sunday in that weather? Was that the
That was
was
the question. Yeah.
Oh, ooh, that's harder. Okay. I thought we were just talking the golf course. But yeah, yeah, that's gonna make it iffy.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna back off slightly.
All right. So let us know what you think about that. Also, if you think if you've got a different preference than us, if you'd rather play 18 par fours versus, I really do wish. I love par fives too. I mean, who doesn't? I wish every course had six par fives, six par fours, six par threes. I don't know why they don't. I guess it's a land thing, but
It's probably only one thing.
probably a land thing. All right. Well, will we tee it up again? Maybe. Is there a
Maybe
chance? Yeah, I think there's a chance Wednesday.
filming on Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
and it's my birthday Wednesday. How about that?
I keep forgetting that.
Hey, thanks for my iron fitting for my birthday.
Yes,
It's working wonders.
that is a gift that gonna keep on giving.
Hmm. No, I mean it's working out well. It's working out well.
That's amazing, and I don't think there's really any chance we get paired up in the club championship. Would you prefer to be paired up with me in the club championship or not?
I don't take this the wrong way. I
Yeah.
don't care. I don't care.
Wow, he's so
I
focused.
I would enjoy. I would always enjoy golfing with you, but I don't think it will affect my golf one way or the other.
Yeah, no, I didn't ask if I thought you'd play better or
Well,
not.
I mean, preference. When you said preference, I'm thinking it's the club championship. The only thing I'm thinking in terms of preference is whether I play well, and so so like
Yeah,
yeah, so then yes, okay. If it doesn't affect scoring, then yeah, I'd rather play with you, of course.
I wouldn't want to play with you actually. No, I'm
Okay.
kidding.
All right.
Um,
Fair enough.
I I don't know what would be better for the pod if we played together or didn't play together. But
If we were
um,
paired for the second day because we were both in the final group, that's what would be best for the pod.
yeah, if you could sign up right now for us to be paired on day two, would you?
No.
But the other way to look at that question was what I just asked Adam is, do you think I can play as well as you can play on Saturday in the club championship? And Adam just said no. That's basically what just
Just
happened.
I think it's a lot more likely that if we're in the same group, it's because we both shoot 77 like we did um, last week.
That's you're right. You're
Just statistically, that's not a shot. That's just loose Stagner statistics.
right. Listen, that's
That's
your
more likely.
that's your hunger talking. I'm gonna release you to go eat. And
Sorry, thought
again,
about it a little more.
congrats on the 68,
Thank you.
and I'll talk to you soon.
All right, I'll talk to you. I hated that. I'll talk